Apple with a nice blast off. 211, double top. Everybody see that?
Yes, coach.
Yep. So be careful. Apple double top. So it ran up in the pre-market, which means we typically know it's going to pull at the open. Pulled at the open. Found support at 208, which had a huge key area yesterday that it channeled in. Bounced. Now looking to make new high a day. Double top. Yep.
Apple just did its third 2-minute EWO.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, new high.
Yes, and it's breaking through that double top. 2-minute EWO riders, you're on your third. And you guys are now in a 6-star trade. Nice job. Has to, of course, stay up there for it to continue to stay 6-star, because the last star, just in case you guys didn't know, is high of day. That's the 6th star. That's the cherry on the top, right? Ding! If you guys have our 2-minute EWO indicators being VIP or higher, you guys already know it. My Apple 2-minute EWO riders, you guys doing okay? You making enough money?
45% on runners.
Yeah.
Yes, coach. 40% on runners.
It's amazing.
Yes. 6-star trade, holding strong. Confidence is there. Trade is in your favor. Shed when you're supposed to. 50, 20, 20, 10. Use the advanced 2-minute EWO strategy if you are good enough to do it. If not, it's not for you. Those of you that are scalping, make sure you guys follow all the rules. T. Holmes, what's the 2-minute EWO? It's a 2-minute time frame we use with the Elliott Wave Oscillator with our training strategy, showing you exactly how to enter, exit, profit from said trade that no one in the industry has ever used before I created it. That's what it is. Thank you, James, for the $1 super chat. I appreciate you. Bucko, thank you for the $5. Join the greatest community on the planet, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Thank you. There goes Apple. Ripping to the upside. Perfect stair step. Has not changed at all. Has not pulled back one time yet. Absolutely beautiful. 6-star trade. Look at your trading view indicators. Apple still has not had a single pullback where you shed 50% yet. Am I right or wrong?
That is correct.
Not a single moment yet. Now, could you? Sure, if you're doing different strategies and all the things, yeah. But let me show you the 2-minute.
And it's so far from the 9.
Everybody look. This is the only red candle where it slowed down. Did this candle go below the previous candle so that it turned into that, right? We talk about that tent. Nope. Look, flat. Right? This candle would have to go below this candle for you to have your first shed. Yes, it still hasn't done it. Apple 2-minute EWO riders, you guys are still green. You guys had some shedding areas over there while I've been talking, and you're still green. It's still above VWAP. It's still above what you paid. You guys are still making money. If you're an advanced 2-minute EWO scalper, you guys were able to add more off of VWAP or the 9 or the 21, and now you guys are more green than you were before when you started. Congratulations. This is why David using this strategy is over $700,000 and hasn't had a red day since October. There's a reason why. And he posts it every day. He has receipts every single day. The reason why David is so good and the reason why he is so successful is because he freaking follows the strategy to a damn T and never breaks it. Right? And this is why he always talks about that he loves that live Apple chat. If you guys are a VIP Gold or Diamond member, you have access to it because it holds himself accountable. Well, what does that mean? It means because he is forcing himself to follow the rules, it is keeping him in the green every single day. Because if you're not looking, you can do some stupid stuff on your own. Well, he can't because he's in front of everybody, right? It's kind of like shining a light on you, right? That's why he loves it, and that's why I love him doing it. You know what? I'm going to give you guys a glimpse of this. By the way, if SPY stays up there, man, that is a nice setup. So again, while you're all making money, let me share this with you. Hold on. This is freaking amazing. July 2nd. This is today. Here we go. Check it out. Boom. Right? Look, there's David. See him? Caution at the top. What has David already made right here? Look at the open P&L. 1,300. He sheds 5. Boom. Sheds 5. Boom. Sheds 1. Sheds 1. Sheds 1. Sheds 2. Sheds 1. Sheds 1. 1.
Well, Coach, scroll back to where he posts the actual trade. So you see the exact second timestamp of every trade, and you can go back and look at the chart and see why he did that and when he did it exactly.
Right, that's what I mean. And right, and he walks you through it. We're way over the trading regression. Watch what we're doing. Boom, he's down to 4. Down to 3, down to 2. So he still has runners. Now, can anybody tell me why he's still in that trade? Oh, never mind. What did he just say? Everybody read what he just posted.
VWAP.
Hasn't broken VWAP yet.
So are you supposed to get all the way out?
Welcome, everybody, to none other than American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I am Dawn, your host, aka J&J Video Reacts. What's up, people? Welcome. We have just had a good weekend. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. Today, we are in Mindset Master Monday in The Aftermarket, and I see James backstage. So I'm going to go ahead and let him in. While I'm doing that, don't forget to smash the like button. We are trying to get Coach to 20,000 subscribers. I don't know why my green screen's doing that. That's crazy. We're trying to get Coach to 20,000 subscribers. Wrong slide. Right now we're sitting at 15,894, right? So we've only got 4104 to 4106 to go. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're almost at that 16. We're almost there, gang. Just a couple more, and we'll be at the 16, and then we can move on to 17. Back to the other slide right now. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Hey, James, you want to mute your mic for me, honey? Thank you. All right, premium membership, sign up. Only $19, gang. $19. That's it, right? Now, normally it's $125 a month, but right now for 2 weeks, and Coach started this last week, so you better jump on it. $19 sign up. That gets you access to our Zoom call. He is the only coach who actually coaches live on a Zoom call where you can actually interact with him and ask him questions and literally watch him trade, right? So if I were you, I would get on that. It also includes the pre-market setup where you guys can get all the setups that you need before the bell. And that way you're prepared going into your trades. You get the hot stock picks, all the stuff that we're trading in the pre-market in the early morning. You know, you get a heads up on those things. I mean, come on, gang. It's just $19 and you're with the best trading group out there. And we're teaching you how to be financially free and debt free. Want to make one mention though. Not Coach Chad Christian, nor any of us are licensed financial or tax advisors. So everything you hear on this channel is for training and educational purposes only, okay? Just so that we are clear about that. James, what's up, brother?
Miss Dawn, I ain't got long. We just stopped in San Antonio on our way back to the house to get a bite to eat. I figured I'd pop on because it's about that time. Say hi.
Oh, thank you. Cool beans. How was the vacay?
It's good. Sunburnt to a crisp. So, good.
That's good. Well, you know what? You need that. You got to get away, man. You got to get away.
Right. So,
As long as everybody had a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna jump off here and I'm gonna head on to the house.
All right, man.
Bye
Have a
everybody.
safe
Bye
trip
everybody.
home.
We'll see you in the morning.
All right. Have a good one. But yeah, so I figured tonight on the Mindset Master Monday, we would talk about, and there's a reason I played that video because Coach talks about David in that video, how he is always following the rules, right? When you think about it, the market doesn't care how much you know about trading. It doesn't care whether you're male or female, doesn't care if you're black or white, purple, green, or blue. It doesn't care how much money you have. It cares about nothing. So why should you care? You need to be just as objective, the market works off of systems, guys, algorithms. You need to develop a personal algorithm, which is Coach's strategy and rule set, right? It's been handed to you. You don't need to figure it out on your own. All you need to do is figure out your own risk management and how it fits within that structure. How much can you afford to lose if the shit were to hit the fan, right? And then you set your stop loss up with that, right? That's the tip of the iceberg, right? So let's get into that. Let's dig into that tonight. I got the link down there. Let's get some people up here on the panel, right? So we can go ahead and get through this. If anybody has any questions, feel free to throw them down in the chat. But let's start out with number one. I know it says slide 2. Oh, slide 6. What the hell? This thing threw these things out of order. Okay, there we go. First thing you want to do in developing your system is consistency. The reason, well, these are the top 5 reasons why you want a system. If you follow Coach's rules, we got somebody in the backstage. Hold on. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
What's up?
carry on. I'm learning. Let's
All
go.
right. So the first thing you want to focus on is the fact that if you have a system, it creates, number one, consistency, right? A system ensures consistent decision making and results. You don't have to think about how you feel about this trade. If there's a certain set of criteria, which Paul mentioned them the other day, entries, if you're a 2-minute EWO, you should know your entry point. The first largest candle after the group in front of it, right? The second largest candle, right? And if you want to get deep into it, you also have to look at the chart structure, right? You got to see what's going on in the market. You do not get in a 2-minute EWO entry if there is a double top that is about to happen, or you've got a gold level where it's touched multiple times and pulled back. That's the only reason why you shouldn't get in that entry. Other than that, there you go, right? So you want to get in, that's for the 2-minute EWO. If you're scalping, you want to wait for double tops, double bottoms. You want to wait for the break and hold of the upside or the downside. That's it. You only got a few entries, gang. If you're using different strategies like cup and handle, well, when the handle pulls back, chances are it's going to ricochet to the upside. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying all that to say, there are systems. There are entry points. There's no guesswork in this. You're not guessing. Right? Oh, does this look? Should I get in that? No. What's the structure telling you? Where's the
I hope though. I hope.
Yeah. You know what? You know what you can do with that hope. You
Put
what
it in
you
your
can do
pipe
with
and
that
smoke it.
It's called hopium, and if you don't know, now you know, right? We don't use hopium over here, do we, Maria?
No, I mean I used to. I'm not gonna lie. I was mad addicted to it.
Well, that's why we need systems, because hopium sucks.
Right. It takes all that out. There's no guesswork, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that every trade is going to be green, but I'm not hoping that it will, right? I have system in place to take care of my minimal loss that could occur, and my potential gain is up to me, right?
Absolutely, right? And that's one of the best things that we love about David is his consistency. right? David has been doing this for the past 2.5, 3 years, consistently winning. And it's because he is meticulous with the system. He admitted he follows the rules. He talked about it this afternoon on the Zoom call. He followed the rules. He said when he was an electrician, he was brought into the game and learned rules right off the bat and was taught to basically follow the rules so that he could progress as an electrician. Well, he just brought that skill set over to ADT and did the same thing.
Well, and would you want your electrician to not follow the rules?
No, I don't want my house.
No. No. Mm-mm. Oh, I'm gonna hit this light switch. Oh, there went the house. You know what I mean? Like, nope.
Right. And you don't need him electrocuted in your living room because he don't know what the hell he's doing. So,
but it's just the same with your bank account, right? You can light it on fire if you're not careful, and
absolutely.
So you got to follow the rules, and it literally is that simple and that hard all at the same time.
One of Coach's rules is do not, under any circumstances, lose more than 1% to 3% of your account. Well, it doesn't matter what size account you have. He's going off a percentage. He didn't say don't lose more than $10. Don't lose more than $10,000. He said 1% to 3%, which means it doesn't matter what size account you have. That holds true across the board because it's a percentage. So that makes it easy for you. You don't have to sit and guess. You can just figure out what 1% to 3% is. And I like what David said this afternoon when he said he pieced it out so that he wasn't losing any more than 1% on any single trade. That way, throughout the end of the day, he didn't surpass 3%. I love that. It's a good strategy. So when you're
and it's much harder for those of us with small accounts, right?
Yeah.
I started my account back over, not back over today, but I withdrew my profit from 2 weeks on Friday, or today, this morning, and I started with $4.20. So what's 3% of that? What's 1%? Is $4.20.
That's a good number.
Right. And 3% is $12, right? Or $12.60. But yeah, that's really narrow margins. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
You got to be really choosy, right?
Got to choosy moms choose Jeffs.
I don't know about all that, but I like Peter Pan personally. But
I do too. I like Peter Pan better too. Jen likes Jeff. I like Peter Pan, but it's creamier. But we'll get off the peanut butter. But
right,
consistency is one of the byproducts of having a good system. Another reason to get into having. I said, come on, cursor. My cursor disappears on me, man. Okay, there it is. You ever have to do that where you guys got to keep jiggling it around?
Yeah, mine will move to the other screen. I'm like, excuse me, back over here. Let's go.
Emotional control, right? It reduces the impact of emotions like fear and greed. What's the two biggest emotional responses that we have when we're trading? Coach talks about it all the time. It's right there on the screen. Fear and greed. Well, if you have a system, this minimizes that. What are you scared of? You know your entry points. There's no guesswork. You only get scared when you're guessing and hope that you made the right choice. If you have the right criteria for a trade entry, then you know. And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, if something happens like a news catalyst or whatever happens, you should, which is another one of his rules, have a stop loss in place, right? And if you're scalping and doing that mental mental stops, then get out when it goes against you, period. No room for negotiation, none. Mark McSee collects his dough. He does not wait. It pulls back, he's out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've talked about it before, watching your P&L, Mark McSee, right? That creates more fear and greed, right? Because now you're like, oh, this is a lot, or this, I'm down, whatever, which you should still have your stop within the 1 to 3%. So it shouldn't be freaking you out that bad. But we do sell out of trades too early, right? Like,
We do.
because we think, oh, this is a lot of money. Hey, Ange. Hey, Diesel Dan. Hey,
Ange,
Pebbles.
what's up? What's up?
So
Diesel.
yeah, I was gonna say something though. The fear and greed. Mark Missy takes his money. I don't know. Let's go.
Yep. Hey, it gets rid of the fear and the greed, right? If you're too greedy, you're going to stay in that trade too long. I know I've done it way too many times and not take your green, right?
I know what I was gonna say was that
What's up?
that is emotion. Those are emotions, right?
Yeah,
And we're not supposed to be trading with those anyway
that's right.
because we have a system. And it's not up to us. It's like a little robot, like just hitting buttons.
You know, I like Coach has this terminology that he'll use when he's in a trade and he can tell that he's getting emotional about it, because I've been getting into watching how he reacts to these trades. When he knows that he's might be doing something or want to do something, he puts a stop in and takes it. He says, I'm taking it out of my hands now. So no matter what happens here, I'm set my risk at this level. I'm not willing to lose more than that. It's sitting here. I'm not touching it. Hopefully it continues in my direction, but if it doesn't, it's out of my hands. I got a stop loss waiting to sell.
Well, and so that is what I was going to say was that when I'm in a trade that I'm like, if I at all have Palm calls it the red light, green light district, right? Where it'll be red and then it goes green and then it goes red and then it goes green, which you shouldn't be looking at your P&L, but you know where you got in. Let's be honest, right. And so that's for me. And that was one of his biggest like lessons that I learned from he and coaches. Like, if you get green twice, you're lucky. If you went green and then it went red and you got green again, you're lucky. So get the heck out the trade. Don't sit and let that marinate, because it's already shown you that it's wishy-washy, right? We don't do wishy-washy.
It's just my marination once again. Yeah.
So get the heck out. Take your little bit of green, even if it's not that much. Cool. You
shouldn't be worried about that anyway,
right? Exactly.
You should not be trading for profit. You should be trading using the process right now. That's all you're worried about.
But I do love, and yeah, Palm's been talking about it a lot lately. Coaches, always talked about it, but the red light, green light, like different terminology, but that made that Palm with his toilet rockets and all these other visuals you can really grasp onto.
Look, he had me cracking up today when he said he wanted Spy to just go ahead and smash through that top level. He said, what's up with this tippy toe shit? I was in the floor.
We can't be tippy toeing.
He's like, no more of this tippy toe shit.
He's like, I need to see serious movement. I need you to mean it. But yeah, but the red light, green light, what you were just saying, like about when you're in a trade and you're just not sure, just take the freaking green and reposition, right? Because clearly there's a lower point where it went green back to. So if you can get back in to at the low, anyway, just reposition.
You can't get back in. You just can't get back in. You got some green.
But turns out your bank account appreciates you.
Yep. Hey, listen, what did Maria just do a class on? Compounding. Okay.
You can't compound zeros. You can't compound negative shit. Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, right. It can go the other way, right? Oh my God.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Compounding means you don't care. You're just adding a little bits of money on, and it adds up to one nice big result at the end of the day. So you're not worried about those little amounts. You should be just focused on getting the trade right. Did I enter here? Why? And was it successful? Okay, when I got in, did I take my green? Why did I get out at this point when the trade was still going?
You can look back at some of that later, right?
Right.
And that's cool. But in the moment, so like I've noticed, it's armchair quarterbacking, right? We'll go back and look at a trade, and you're like, well,
Right.
but you didn't see the candle form. You don't know if
Right.
that wick was all red body to start and then pushed up, and you don't know. And the best thing to know is green, green,
Yep.
green, and a little bit more green, green.
That's it. Now, some people like to go jump and look at lower time frames. I used to do that. I'm like, you know what? No,
Bro,
here's
you
my
used
thing.
to freak me out. You'd be like, I'm looking at the 30-second. Boy.
Yeah, because it gives you a little bit more information, but it's
No,
like,
it doesn't.
it
confuses you.
No, it
It's
confuses you if you don't know what the hell you're looking at. Yeah, but me, it doesn't confuse because I know what I'm looking at. But yeah, if you're new, you don't want to be doing that because it's going to make you too emotional, right?
I'll go up. I don't go down. I've told you this before, though.
I like going up, man. I like going up. It's just it's a lot easier of a ride, a lot smoother,
in time frame. Yeah, I don't like going up in taking an uptrend because that's like spot. But anyway, today I did actually take. It was literally I had to go to work, right, and somebody had just got done speaking, or I don't know, maybe said a trigger word or something, and it started going up and broke resistance, and I was like, okay. So I took a trade and I had my stop and I had to take profit in because I was leaving my house. And it hit my take profit, fortunately. 72% on account. What? And you know what I was doing? Driving to work to make more money. Oops.
Money.
Money on money. But I will say that that's risky, right? It could have blown through my stop. And so hindsight, was probably not.
Don't ever walk away from a trade. I don't care how confident you are in your stops. Stops can break.
I have just never had one. I had a malfunction, but it wasn't a stop breaking in futures, but I'm sure they do.
Yep. Let's look at the next one, shall we? Another reason you want to develop a system is what we just talked about, risk management, right? It incorporates rules to protect the capital and minimize the losses, right? So risk management is huge because if you don't have money to trade with, you're not making any more money, right? What are you making money with? You need money to make money, right? You don't need a lot of money. Don't get it twisted. You don't need a lot of money to make money, but you need something to be able to invest in order to get something out of that trade, right? So you got to make sure that you are protecting your capital that you already have. Listen to that you already have in your hand is way more important than trying to make more because you don't have that yet. So you need to protect what you got because the only way you're going to get more is to be able to keep what you got now, to use that to make more. So you got to have risk management. You got to use your stop losses. You got to use, if you're a scalper and you're a good scalper, you got to be able to use those systems. Listen, if it passes the 21, I'm out. Period. End. You need to have something that has been formed as a habit that you don't have to even think about it. If it passes to 21, I'm out. Period. There's no thinking. Let me let it go just a little. No, if it passes to 21, breaks and holds the 21. Let's get it right. Breaks and holds, because it could be respecting the 21 and then come right back down. If it breaks and holds, or the other way, I'm out. Period. Right? There's no questions. That's what a system does for you. It takes your emotion and the thought out of it. Trading hard enough, you need to be overthinking. You don't need to be over emotional. You have a system. This 1 + 1 = freaking 2.
Every day.
Period.
You can also, so I mean, I've been there, right? Like I've held crap way longer than I should have. That's old me, right? And I know that, like, I know if I even slightly feel her like seep back in, I'm like, boo, you got to go. Like, I don't know who you are. This is me. I am my own agent. I control this. And if you think today sucks because you're red, tomorrow will suck worse if you don't have any money.
Yep.
And the only thing, like we talked about this the other day, the only thing you should be worried about is how to withdraw your money from your trading account, not how to put it in. Because you shouldn't be putting money in, period.
Trade it in.
Right?
If
you
you
can
have
take
to
it
keep
out.
replenishing
You can
it,
take it out, but we don't put it in. You should never need to know how long does it take for my money to settle when I make a deposit. What do you mean deposit? You already okay. You feel me? It's a
Trade
one-way
it in
street.
there.
It's a one-way street.
Trade it in there. You know, that shows you that you're consistent and you know what you're doing. If your account's going up, that's all you need to know. My account's
And if
going
you
up. I must
didn't,
know what I'm doing.
then you get your 30 days of jail, right? Oof.
Yep. Get in Coco's rehab.
Right?
Okay. Shout out to Coco. Everybody know about Coco's rehab, right? 30 days, right? You have a couple of red trading days. Get your buns in Coco's rehab, right? She will step you through that process of waiting and sitting back and paper trading and learning. But you're not by yourself. That's the beautiful part about it. She's got a lot of people getting in there and they like it, and it helps you if you're struggling. Don't be on the struggle bus, and certainly don't trade in silence struggling. Get in Coco's rehab. She'll help you out. I told her I would do it.
No, and you just hit on probably one of the best parts of ADT, right? So I'm struggling. I have people to help me. I have people to discuss that with. I need to size up. I'm ready to make more money on my money, but I'm uncomfortable or itchy scratchy, as David says. And you have people to help you there too, right? And I'm ready to change strategies, right? Like I want to work on covered calls, or I want to work on, the other more, I don't know, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call them, but like different types of trades. You have people there. There are literally people in this organization, in this family, I should say, in every boat, right? Like, and some in more than one boat. Some people have one leg here, and then they're like freaking spiders with like 8 legs in every boat, or But that's awesome, and that's what makes this place the best.
We have small, medium, and large accounts.
You're never alone. You're never alone.
Small, medium, and large account. We got people in here that are struggling to pay their light bill. We got people in here that are satisfied with the status quo. They're comfortable. And we have multi-millionaires. You're trading with all of them in this group. So you're getting lessons from people who have gotten it done, right? So it's not just Coach. Coach has cultivated a community here of all kinds of people that have all kinds of accounts. So you're always learning no matter what, But yeah, good points, Maria. Good points, baby girl. Performance tracking, right? This is another thing that David is amazing at. Allows you to analyze and refine your strategy over time. Basically, back testing and tracking what you're doing, right? Even if you're not back testing, you should be journaling every single day. Even if you don't journal right then and there when the trade is made, which you should, that way it's fresh in your mind. But you should be tracking everything that you're doing, right? Because think about it. And I always use this as an example. Coach once told somebody in the group, he said, it's more important to track when you're doing well, because you're going to have those down days and you're going to need to remember, well, what did I do when I was doing it right? Like when I was doing it right, like what happened? Why did I fall off? What was that? Oh, I was waiting for this setup. Okay. Yeah, I admit I haven't been doing that lately. That's probably why I'm struggling. Hello. That's why you journal, right? You got to
so in the moment I journal, like my trade, but then I go back and review. I go back and review my best and my worst trade of the day. Okay. And whether they were both green or both, or one red and one green, whatever. But I go back and review both of those. And so that I can see what the difference is. Where were the EMAs? What was the EWO looking like? What all of the things. Like where were the candles forming? What had already happened that I maybe didn't see, or what had happened that I did see and was like a confidence builder. So I mean, those for me, that's my rule of thumb, is to go back. I put the lines in, my vertical lines of my best, my worst, my in and out on both of them, and see what I can learn. And some days I'm like, well, shit, I just got screwed. And that's okay, right? Because the market doesn't always do what, we have a system. The market doesn't necessarily have a system, right?
It's designed to take money from you.
We can't control the market, but we can control us. And so looking back and seeing, was there something or was there not, that helps me a lot, is the best and worst trade of the day.
I like that you said that, and that's an amazing best practice. I think y'all should be writing that down, right? That's an amazing best practice. That's good. You said something that was real important. We can control ourselves. When we get in a situation where we can't, that's why you need a system. Because some of us can't control ourselves. That's why you need a system. You don't have to control yourself if you got a system. You're doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over till it's boring. It needs to be boring, because once it gets boring, that means you've mastered it. It's become a habit, and you're going to do it without thinking about it. Why do you think some people are so successful consistently? Because they don't have to think. Oh, XYZ, boom.
There's a human trait, though, right, that we all carry. It's like the ability to manipulate, to make things look or feel like we want them to feel, right? And so sometimes we manipulate our system, and that's important to understand. And that's why checklists are helpful, and actually having a written structure, which David talks about, right? Because you can't manipulate what's in writing.
Yeah, here's the thing. Manipulating the system that negates the system.
Okay.
It's not a system if you're manipulating it.
But we're humans, right? And we do that. You can't tell me we don't.
We do it, but that's the whole purpose of the system. Stop doing that.
So if you start doing it, don't trade anymore. If you notice like one check mark isn't even checked on your checklist, not today. I clearly have something going on up here. I'm trying to
need to check yourself.
Right. Yeah. But for real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of the system. There's no manipulating the system, gang. It is what it is. Once you set it up, that's just like when we listen to Coach's rules at the end. What does he say? Don't be making up your own and adding shit in there. No, you don't manipulate anything. That's the purpose of a system. This brick house is being built. Well, suppose I manipulate a brick here and there. That shit's gonna fall, right? So once it's set, and that's the foundation, which is Coach's rules, you don't even have to come up with it. It's already there for you. Follow it. Period.
Well, I was thinking about so let's say laws in society, right?
Yep.
You run a stop sign.
Okay.
Or a red light. Let's do a red light.
Okay.
And you don't get caught. So you're like, I run red lights. And then that little envelope comes in the mail, right? And they're like, they got a picture of your car with your license plate. And they're like, you ran this red light. We're going to need you to pay this. And it catches up with you. If you try at all to bend the rules or think, oh, that worked, or, and you've said before, early success is oftentimes the worst, because people think, oh, I'm just great at this. But so I think about it like the red light camera, because they are watching, and trust me, the market is watching and will come for your butt when necessary, right?
Big brother.
Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. It's like there are things in place set up to trap you, gang, right? False breakouts, all kinds of systems, algorithms that are set up. We hear Richard talk about it all the time. You know what I mean? We hear Palm talk about it all the time, where big money or smart money or the institutions will do things to manipulate the way the stock moves simply for their benefit. They don't care about you. You care about you. So if you get caught up in that thinking, oh, yeah, it's coming to the downside, but you know, coach has a system in place that says calls on support, and you didn't wait for that break and hold and it bounced on your ass. Well, that was you. That was you falling prey to that because you didn't follow the system, right? Wait, there's
Right. And that's what
wait.
I'm saying. Like, but we do, as human beings, we want fast, easy, efficient. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like,
Yep.
And so we will bend the system, right? Like, even when we're driving, even when we're, I'm trying to think of another, in school, when you were a student, you would try to bend, like, get a little extra smiling at the teacher. Hope she nice to you today. Whatever. Hope she grades your test different, or you might get a peek
Right.
off that one over there's paper.
Right.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what creates inconsistency and why people fail.
right. And as soon as you notice, oh gosh, I'm looking over there at that paper. I'm looking at Smart Kids paper today. I should not trade. I'm gonna bow out because I'm already
yourself trying to manipulate and bend. Yeah. Maria's got one point. If you find yourself doing that, stop. Go to rehab.
Hey, just walk away.
Walk away.
Turn your computer off, though.
If you cannot control it and follow the system, walk away. You don't have it. Right?
Right, because there'll be days where you're like, oh my God, yesterday was so great. I did so good. Or I really need to buckle down and get this bill paid or whatever, right? And so you start bending things because of pressure or false affirmation or false sense of security. Yep. And that's not real.
And to her point, catch yourself when you're doing that. Catch yourself when you're doing that and pull up. There I go. I'm trying to manipulate it. Let me get up and go take a walk because I'm trying to manipulate it. And the more you do that, then that becomes the learned behavior. When you're doing wrong, walk away, right? Eventually, you won't have to do that anymore because you've caught yourself. You're telling your brain, no, it's not okay for you to do this. And eventually, that's the habit that your mind will develop. I do not do this.
Right. But you do have to remove yourself. You cannot continue to look at the screen. Because I promise you, like, I've done it. I've been there. Like, I would never say things I haven't done myself. Mm-hmm. But you will continue to look at the screen and be like, well, maybe down. No, you didn't even take your break. You didn't give your brain pause. You didn't give the environment pause. You didn't remove yourself from the situation that was unacceptable. You have to do those things. It's just very important.
That's what I did. Stop. No, you're good. You're making good points. That's what I did. When I found myself out of control, like I said, I kept going back in futures and wire chain. I had to pull myself away. I had to literally go do another job and walk away from it for like a month.
I'm gonna throat punch you if you say wire transfer again.
I did.
I'm gonna throat punch you.
Girl, I was wire transferring my ass off, right? To get back in. Right? And trade now, not 5 days.
Does that hurt anybody else's head? Because it hurts mine. That's just expensive.
I was doing it. I'm not doing it now.
No, that's old Dawn. That's old Dawn.
Yeah, I'm not doing it now.
But don't even let her sit on your shoulder, right? Like we have like.
Yeah, no, she's gone. I'm like, yeah, no. Dawn weeded her ass out. Okay, that's an expensive habit to develop. So yeah, Dawn weeded that out. There is no bending on that. That's why I'm so passionate about this tonight, because I've just been through it myself. So I am, and one of the things that I'm doing, and we talk about this all the time, is I'm fasting. I've dropped weight. I'm doing good health wise. I did that.
Sunflower seeds, because I don't think I was fasting this morning.
Huh?
You was eating them sunflower seeds this morning, though.
Yeah, I eat like a bird, though. I mean,
I'm playing.
I know.
You just had me cracking up. I'm like, what are you eating, Dawn?
Jen calls me a bird now because I'm always eating sunflower seeds, right? But yeah, today was just it's you gotta have the system, gang. You gotta be strong enough to catch yourself when you're not following the system and walk away, to Maria's point, because we are human and we do fall. But that's cool. Learn from your mistakes, right? And pick yourself back up, start the system all over again, and make sure that you're following it. And the last one is objective decision making, right? Decisions are based on data and logic, not feelings. It's like, why do we wait until a break and hold? Because that lets us know that there's momentum there, there's conviction there, it's going in that direction, right? If you wait for just the break and jump in a trade, well, what happens when it pulls back? You didn't wait for the break and hold, right? When you come to a double top, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. It looks like it's gonna pass, especially on the double top. If it breaks and doesn't hold, you can look for it to do what it just did a little while ago and go back, or day before or previous day high, go back down, right? But your feelings are involved. Oh, I feel like it's got momentum. It looks like it's gonna go, but no. What does the system tell you happens on a double top?
It's gonna pull back. Stop smoking that hopium.
Stop doing it.
No, last night in futures, and I will not say the name of the member, but there was an EWO, and it was red, and it was down at the bottom of the regression channel. So okay, you can make that argument. But the red was getting smaller, right? And this member was like, I would get in here. And I'm like, no, like you haven't had an EWO signal yet. You haven't even had one green bar, let alone two. And it worked out, right? Like the thing went straight up. And I'm like, but it still wasn't a good trade, right? Like, yes, you'd be sitting pretty because it worked. But how many times have you seen it, the little red EWO get this small and then go this big again? Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot jump the signals. You cannot break the trading system as you're speaking on, which I love, because you do it that one time, you got lucky or it worked out. It does not work every time. It just doesn't. Like,
nope.
I've seen that thing break the bottom of the regression channel and go straight to the toilet rocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And so I don't, not saying the regression channel's amazing. But you have to have your stop tight. You know, like there's parameters in place. There's a system. And I'm not saying this member wouldn't have had all those systems in place, but like, how are you going to get in a green EWO before you have the signal?
That's crazy.
But it worked, right? In that instance. But that's, again,
but it
emotional trading. Now. That's hoping. That's, feeling.
It created that emotional blueprint now that they probably are always going to think it's going to work out like that.
Right. And it ain't. And that's so for me, like double tops and double bottoms, those are scalps to me. Like if I get in a double top or a double bottom, it's literally like a couple, like maybe one candle. Like it's not even, I'm not trying. I mean, if it goes longer, cool, but I'm pulling up, I'm pushing my stop up because for me, that's a scalp. Is it for you? Is that how you view it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a scalp thing because think about it. Double tops and double bottoms mean what? It's channeling. So it's not going in one consistent direction. It's not doing that all day thing. So it's definitely a scalp. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It made a double top and it might pull back due to that, but it's not necessarily changing direction, right? Or the trend isn't changing per se. Right. It could though, right?
It can channel within a trend,
Right, but I've seen them just take down, like, and coach be like, "Who's still in that from the double top?" And you're like, "Dang, I wish I would, coach. I got out on that second candle though."
Yeah, David was talking about that earlier too.
I didn't expect all this.
You can be in a downward scalp, but it's overall to the upside if you pull it up on the 4 hour, But I mean, bottom line is you just gotta watch what you're doing. You gotta follow the systems. There's systems in place that take the guesswork out of it, that take your emotions out of it, and you gotta learn how to rely on that system and make it law and do it till you don't have to think about it. You gotta practice doing it every day. Tomorrow, I want everybody that's in that chat, right, to tomorrow, right, when you hear coaches, pull up coaches rules, do whatever you need to do, and do me a favor, follow that tomorrow to the letter and see what happens. And I'm gonna ask you.
Okay, so those rules they define your risk tolerance or your profit availability or eligibility, but they don't. So what is your strategy, right? Like that's kind of different maybe. Like, are you only playing double tops and double bottoms? Are you playing EWOs? Are you scalping off the 9? Are you like, what are you on the 1 hour chart? Are you on the 15-minute? Like, so it is important to also define your strategy, right, to use the system with. So it'd be cool to see everybody's strategy in the stock lounge. If you could go over there and say, this is my strategy and I'm gonna follow
it.
Right, the system to implement this strategy, right? And what's the system? Coach's rules.
It's coach's rules,
right?
Yeah. So small position sizes, don't lose more than 1 to 3%. Paper trade if you're brand new, don't trade in the first half hour or the last half hour, right?
I still don't do that.
Right?
I've been here 2 years.
It takes a minute.
I just don't trust the EWOs. I mostly play EWOs, right? And I just don't trust them until after, I don't know, maybe 10, 15. What?
Hey, you.
Why do I hear 2 of my crazy voices, Mark?
Oh, you echoing again.
Boomy. And he's frozen. Echoey Boomy. Echoey frozen Boomy. I think he went from being Pooh Bear to being
Boomer.
What's the snowman from Frozen? From Frozen?
I don't know. I never saw Frozen. I don't have little kids. So yeah, I don't have little kids. I know. Look, I'm a Harry Potter fanatic.
Olaf.
Oh, okay.
Olaf. That's his name. And no, that movie has a deeper meaning than any little kid will ever understand. Watch it. I'm serious. You know how Disney is. They don't play.
Oh yeah. Disney's got the stuff for the adults on the sneak tip, disguising it as a kids movie.
Yes, that's what I love about it. Is McSee coming back up here though? Because I would love to hear from him.
I want to hear what he's gonna say. Right? What's happening? We must be saying something right tonight, or he's feeling it, or something.
Thank you, K Smart. It came to me. I got it. Ola.
K Smart, where have you been? I was wondering about you the other day.
She was in the pre-market this morning.
Nice. Hopefully you're doing well, honey.
She is trading shares for the most part, I think, at this point. But green is green, and we're just we got to build on successes. That's the other thing, is that you can look back and be like, dang, I could have, should have. Nah, build on the success of a green trade after a green trade, and 1%, hopefully, or 0.5%. I don't care. Green is green.
Hopefully you guys will incorporate no FOMO into your system too, right?
Right.
Because that, looking back, I used to always do that. When I get out of a trade, I shut it down now. I go edit or do something else, walk away. I don't go back and look. Ange was yelling at me about that once. She's like, why do you do that? I don't do that anymore. Because what do you do? What's the purpose of it? Like, what do you?
But you should go back and review the trade, but not necessarily.
But not to see how much money did I leave on the table.
Yeah,
that's what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Is he back?
I think he is. Nope, we got Pebbles. All right, well, let's shut it down. We don't need Pebbles. Let's shut it down. You ready?
I know you didn't.
I'm kidding, Pebbles.
I know you didn't just talk about my Pebbles like that.
Sparky!
I was in Waukesha this weekend, and we got that 9 inches of rain, and we had flooding, and the hotel that I was in, the lower level was flooded. So I
You
know
weren't
those
on the lower level though, right?
No, I was
Okay, good.
good farmer, the smart farmer that builds on the hill. So I was the next floor up.
Wow. Well,
At
hopefully
any
you didn't
rate.
have any damage or anything, right?
It was very good. I've been taking notes right and left here. So
Awesome.
I missed the first one, but I'll go back and review it.
The first one was consistency. Having a
Oh,
system
okay.
creates consistency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about all I have, except it was a
Pebbles
green.
been green as green as green.
I know. What are you up
Pebbles
to
been
now?
so
Pebbles?
green. Look at his shirt. It's green. He's been green.
Yeah, I'm green.
Lots of green
Lots of
in
green.
Pebbles' life.
Yeah.
So I know you were tracking how many green days you've had out of the 30 and all of that. So where are you at now?
I have I'm at 40 I'm at 43 now, so I had a red day last week. But
I love it. Red day
I
last
haven't had 2 in a row. And so I'm probably probably 30 10, something like that.
Which
40
you don't have it.
my
in front
math
of you?
isn't very good, so I've only had
I read it the other day, and now I can't remember it exactly, but I know it was a huge percentage
Yeah.
of green.
Yeah.
I'm very proud
He's
of you,
doing-
Pebbles.
He's doing well.
You're
And
getting
I love
there.
your glasses. Can you put him on the big screen so we can see these glasses better? Put them back on. Stop it. Pebbles?
This is so I can see the screen.
Oh, you have the ear things. I need those.
What are your things?
Like
My
the
damn
comfort.
cursor is acting stupid. Come on, cursor. There we go.
There he is.
Oh,
Look
I love
at
it.
him.
I love the look. You look like Elton John.
Right? I totally see that.
Doesn't he look like Elton John?
Yep.
Without the money. Yep.
Yep. Straight Elton John. Look at that. I love
What
that
about the
movie.
singing voice? Do you have that part?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
We'll put you off the spot. Where's Sparky? Is he there with you?
Sparky?
Yep.
Sparky is always here. At my
Sparky.
side.
He's so adorable. Sparky.
So you've been trading AMD. What have you been trading again? I'm sorry. I've read too much.
I basically trade ET, RGTI.
They have earnings. Was it today? How'd they do?
I don't know. I didn't trade them today. And
I think they had earnings after the bell.
I trade uranium stocks.
Okay.
And they're all under $20 stocks.
Right. I feel that.
And every time I try to trade Apple, all I've been is in the red. Those are my red days when I go and trade the bigger stocks. So
Have you tried the APPLD and APLD and APLU?
Yeah.
I think.
I remember when he said he tried those too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then don't do it.
And I don't do anything until.
Turns out there are people that make money off of CCL all year long. You just up your position, right? Or switch your vehicle that you're trading with, right?
That's all. Whatever you're doing successfully, just stay on that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've had millionaires off of hot stock picks. that
Right.
weren't any more than $1 to $5. So stay doing what
I don't do those either. They just move too rapidly for me.
yeah,
I
stay
wait
doing what
until
you're doing. That's working.
10:15, before I get in.
Yeah.
So I always say, if it's working, if you like the sound of the music that your trading account is playing for you, turn it up. Don't change the channel. Just turn the turn the music up, right? Like,
Yep.
if you like a song on the radio, do you turn the channel? No. Do you turn the state? No. And
You
I
crank
realized I
it.
just dated myself by talking about radio, but y'all know what I mean.
We get it. We
Well,
get it.
I could go back to Morse code almost. So
Ooh, you're taking it way back.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Pebbles. If you found a comfort zone, that's what this is all about, because everybody's going to find different comfort zones with this. Maria mentioned it earlier. Some people's systems might be a little bit different, but as long as you establish it and follow it, and coach's rules is within that, right?
Right.
That's all you got to do. But some people, they want to be EWO. They don't want to scalp. Some people would never do EWO a day in their life, and they just want to scalp. So different things are going to be changed, but the system is the same of what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Right. Whether you're doing swing trades or swung trades, as some people call them, or the wheel strategy, or options, or futures, or crypto, or
Speaking of which,
shares.
how about Bruno
All
today doing
of the
the wheel
above.
strategy?
All of the above apply.
Next thing I want to study
Let me know when I can finish my thing.
is covered calls.
But
'Cause
coach's rules
got a lot of
apply to
stock.
every strategy, every vehicle, right?
Period.
So those are all vehicles, and coach's rules or the system applies to every vehicle within the market.
Absolutely.
So,
but I was like trying to give kudos to Bruno. Bruno is really developing. You know what I mean?
Dude.
He is trading his ass off. And the fact that he dipped into the wheel strategy, I love that. Because now he'll be able to train to it. Now that
he had dinner with Dave. What'd you expect?
Exactly. I'm like, yes, that's the way to get something out of that, brother. Way to get a nugget.
No, he told Dave
gets lessons.
before dinner, he said, prepare for a lot of questions on the wheel.
Yeah. And Dave's a good teacher. Dave's just, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. We have people doing everything. And that's the best part, is that, oh, that doesn't fit your whatever your lifestyle, right? People work 9 to 5. People work 7 to 11. People work so certain strategies aren't going to fit everybody, right?
Exactly.
But we have people doing everything. So.
Oh, now.
Excuse me?
You can finish your sentence now.
I already do.
This girl is crazy, man. But yeah, I love this show. This was good, man.
I guess Mark McC got his steer link is just having trouble. His steer link, they probably went in the woods again.
Yep.
No. Okay, back to Bruno though. You have missed, well, not missed like his growth, but his hot stock growth.
No, I ain't missed nothing. No, I ain't missed nothing. I've heard him. I've been listening to him.
Oh my God.
I've been listening to him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's taking
impressive.
steps in different directions. So it's like, this is awesome. He's trying to be well-rounded, and I dig that. You know,
I do too.
I dig that.
I do too.
So
I gotta learn it too. I need to paper it. I need to paper one.
Cover calls and stuff.
Yeah.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to try. Look, remember Christina? Christina jumped in.
Oh God, with the Mara. Ooh.
Yeah.
She was like, "What do you mean? I don't understand." She went bass backwards.
Shit. She jumped.
I think she went bass backwards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she started with the cover calls first.
She bought the shares. Right. You're not supposed to do this.
It's like, no.
Not that I know.
No, set that cash gear put up, girl. Get it cheaper.
Listen, when I was creating the quizzes for WAP, I would create them and then I would have to go back and take the exam, right? I could not pass the covered the covered calls or the cash secure puts. And Bruno's like, you keep failing. You made the damn quiz. I was like, well, number one, I'm not cheating. And number two, it just doesn't compute. Like, I don't freaking get it. I'm sorry, Bruno. Like, the quiz answers are right. It's not their answer, it's mine. Like,
Right.
Anyway. It was pretty embarrassing though, because he kept being like, Maria. And I'm like, I know. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do better, Bruno. I'm like, I just
You
can't.
made the quiz.
Right. He's like, and therefore I have the answers, right? They're right here. But I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not cheating.
Exactly. You
But
gotta
I was
check.
like, I just can't wrap my head around it. But I really do want to. I have a goal, and so when I hit that goal, I'm gonna work on other goals. But right now I am, and that's the other thing is we do need to stay somewhat focused. It's cool to be diversified, but if you don't have one thing down and you're not like, you know what I mean, 100% jiving with it, then
you're scattered. You're all over the place.
right. And you're like,
works.
it's like going to trade Apple and then Meta and then SPY and then IWM. Oh, and then futures and then you just can't, right? Like you really
want to be
need to
good at
get
something.
zeroed in.
You gotta make up your mind. You gotta zero it and you gotta narrow it down. You know,
right?
I tried jumping all over the place. It does not work. You gotta.
Well, I know because I just named all your jumps. I just named most of your jumps.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not the only one that's done that. I'm sure there's
I know.
in the group.
Duh.
You know what I mean? That does that.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try stuff to figure out what the hell I can do. You know, I gotta figure my way out. What do I like? So in order to do that, it'd be nice, like you said, we're human. I'm not just gonna come in and be steadfast on one thing right off the bat. That's never gonna happen. But if I test different waters and see where I fit in, then, and sometimes that shit may take 2 or 3 years. Okay, we are all different, right? Some people get it right away, get it. This is what I like, boom. That's not me. So, but I think I finally did narrow at least down that stocks and options right now is my thing, right? Because I can't. Futures allows me to overtrade too much. I allow myself to overtrade when I do futures.
Yeah,
Crypto,
it's not futures' fault. It's not futures' fault.
It's me. Crypto, I don't know shit about, and I don't want to know shit about because of what we just said.
24 hours a day.
Too scattered, right? So I'm like, you know, right now, the only thing I trade is IWM. I go back and forth between that and SPY because they tend to correlate. But the only thing I'm trading is IWM. And when I was doing futures, I was doing M2K. So I was still, you know, within that same thing. Apple, I never really traded Apple. I traded Apple a few times, did okay with it, but I never really traded Apple. I did gravitate towards IWM. So that's my jam. You know, if IWM's not giving me a trade that day, I don't freaking trade. I have developed that about myself. I don't trade. If I don't see a trade, or if I see chop and it's just continuing to chop, I don't get in it.
Or you could just paper trade something else and see if it might be your jam.
I mean,
I love the paper trading on TradingView. I don't really advocate.
I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Yeah, that is way more I don't know the right word.
It's better than Webull.
Rewarding, I guess. Yeah, it's more realistic. So if you usually trade options, trade 100 shares like we've done up here on the replay and done, you know, and you can do that on TradingView. And so that way you do know what you're getting into before you get into it, right? A little bit.
Yep. So, yep.
It's a little more realistic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I never really got into paper trading, but I did paper trade oil, you know what I mean? So I was getting into it there, but that was Webull. So yeah, I gotta jump into paper trading IWM on TradingView. I'll ask Doug.
No, I don't mean paper trading IWM. I mean, if IWM isn't giving you a trade that day, then experiment with Apple or something else in your budget, right? Soxel on paper. That's all I'm saying. That's what we use paper for. That's for a paper is for our stock
I'm
market
gonna pull a
entertainment.
Arlo. Meh.
Listen, Palm
Look,
says this
you
all the
just
time.
told me to stop being scattered. Now, if IWM, go to Apple. No,
No,
I
no,
want to
no,
stay
no, no.
on IWM. No, but see,
That's
here's
with
the
your
thing.
account.
That's the
Palm
thing.
says all the time, stock market entertainment is to be done on paper.
Yeah, but I don't want to be
That's your
entertained.
playground. That's where
I
you
wanna
can
be
play
entertained.
and have fun.
I want to be entertained. I want to make money.
Okay.
Are you entertained? Are you not entertained?
I am
Yeah,
not
I
entertained
get
by
you.
losing
I
money,
get you,
period.
Mo. That's a thought. I got to get it set up.
Yeah. It's super easy to set up the paper. Yeah.
Okay. I will do that because I like TradingView better than Webull. So that's the one thing that I haven't done yet on TradingView is paper trading. So, and I love doing the replays. So
Right.
at least with paper trading, I can do it real time
It's
with
the
what's happening
same.
now.
Yeah, I think it's the same button. Actually, you just do it in real time.
Oh, okay. Is it?
I'm pretty sure. Ask Doug. He knows. He'll be able.
I know Doug is the
Please
guru.
don't talk to me about mechanics or technology.
Doug is the guru. That's why I
Right?
said I'm gonna have Doug talk to me and
Yep.
and ask him what's what.
For sure.
But yeah, this
All right.
was cool,
I love y'all.
man. I love you too, baby girl. Thank you for coming up here
Hey.
and doing this with me. This was fun. I loved it.
You guys down in the chat, don't forget Stock Lounge. What's your strategy and what
What's your
systems are you
strategy?
using? Because we already should know the system, but I want to hear y'all say it. All right. Love y'all.
Love you too, baby girl. Pebbles, have a good night, brother. Everybody down there in the chat, please make sure you go in the Stock Lounge and put what your strategy is. We're going to question you on it tomorrow, and we're going to see if you follow the system, right? And if you don't have one, by the end of the week, you need to have a system, right? Figure out what kind of trader you are, and then put Coach's rules in place with that, right? Speaking of Coach's rules, we're going to go ahead and end on that note. Coach is Chad W. Christian. He's a 33-year stock market vet, and he literally has trained us how to get in and out of stocks in any market condition imaginable, right? So we follow his rules to the T. He has created over 14 millionaires with simple strategies. A lot of these people had never day traded before. So if you want to test the waters and get in our group, you can do that by going to none other than AmericanDreamTrading.com, right? And getting yourself signed up for our trial, right? We've got right now $19. Now it runs at $125 a month, but that gets you in. You can interact with Coach, with us on the Discord. You can come in on a Zoom call. You get access to the hot stock picks that we were talking about earlier. You will be in. $19. That's nothing. That's like a cup of coffee a day, less than a cup of coffee a day, right? So get in there. Go ahead and click that link. It is pinned to the top of the live chat, so you don't need to go searching for it, right? And get yourself signed up. So with that being said, where is that? We're going to go ahead and end it with Coach's rules, y'all. Okay, found it. Peace and blessings, everybody. Love your faces.
You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them. Not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management, so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.
I was stuck in the cycle, just spinning my wheels, chasing time, losing sleep, forgetting how to feel. Dreams collecting dust on a shelf in my mind, till I found a spark, a way to realign. Not just numbers, charts, or lines on a screen. It was a mirror that showed who I could be. American dream train, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. Used to think I missed my chance, too late to change, but you showed me growth lies outside the cage. Now I'm building something real, not just getting by. Flipping setbacks into fuel, reaching for the sky. You said mindset first, and now I see success starts with who you believe you can be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. It's not about luck, it's learning to lead, turning every loss into a seed. Now I grow with every rise and fall, standing tall, no dreams too small. American dream being traded, you show me the way, turn my dark into light, my night into day. Now I'm writing my future in my own hand, with purpose, with power, with a brand new plan. From stuck to soaring, from fear to flight, you helped me rewrite my life. Yeah, I'm trading more than stocks, I'm trading pain for pride. Thanks to the dream